Hello! Crustaceans are mainly inhabitants of water bodies. Therefore, they breathe with the help of gills. In their cuticle, the outer layer of lipid substance is poorly developed or absent at all, so these animals cannot withstand drying out. Various representatives of crustaceans are common in Ukraine. The most famous of them are narrow-clawed and broad-fingered crayfish. Take a look at broad-fingered crayfish. Broad-fingered crayfish needs protection. This species is listed in the International Red Book and the Red Book of Ukraine. The body of crayfish has a thorax covered with a solid carapace on top and an abdomen consisting of separate movable segments covered with shields. In the front part of the body, there are compound eyes or movable stalks. On the thorax, there are 2 pairs of antennae, limbs forming the oral apparatus, and 5 pairs of walking legs. The chellae are well developed on the first pair of walking legs. Crayfish use them to protect themselves from enemies, grab food, and cut it. Walking legs allow the crayfish to crawl along the bottom. 6 more pairs of limbs are located on the abdomen. The legs of the last pair are expanded and together with the telson, which ends the abdomen, form a fan-shaped tail fin. Scooping up water under itself, the crayfish is able to swim quickly, moving with its rear and end forward. River crayfish inhabit bodies of clean water with a high oxygen content. Therefore, they can be considered indicators of the level of water pollution. Crayfish is an omnivorous animal. In the freshwater bodies of Ukraine, you can come across Acellus and Amphipoda. Take a look at Amphipoda. The body of Amphipoda is compressed from the sides, so it can crawl while lying on its sides. Take a look at woodlice. Small grey crustaceans, woodlice can be found in wet areas of the dry land, on the forest floor, under stones, indoors, etc. They participate in the process of soil formation. They process the remains of organic matter, enriching the soil with it. Unlike the inhabitants of water bodies, woodlice have adapted to breathe atmospheric oxygen. If you scoop up water with a net in a fresh, sunny pond, you can catch small crustaceans, Daphnia. The body of Daphnia is flattened on the sides and is contained in a bivalve shell. The first pair of antennae is shortened, the second is elongated. With its help, the crustaceans swim, as if jumping in the water. Waterways are also inhabited by cyclops. The first pair of these crustaceans' antennae is elongated and serves to hover in the water column. The second pair is shortened. On the cyclops' head, there is only an odd simple eye, which is the origin of its name. Tadpole shrimps, or shield shrimps, also belong to crustaceans. You can find them in fresh water bodies, even in spring puddles. The body of these small crustaceans, which reaches up to 5 centimeters, is covered with a shield, hence the name. Tadpole shrimps do not live long. As soon as the sun dries up the spring puddles, adult individuals die. But the eggs they lay can withstand prolonged drought up to 9 years or more. Dried eggs of tadpole shrimps are easily carried by the wind, which ensures the spreading of the species. When eggs fall into puddles, they hatch into fast-growing larvae. On the territory of Ukraine lives European tadpole shrimp. This is one of the oldest inhabitants of our planet. Industrial species of crustaceans include various species of lobsters that live in the seas. Lobsters have well-developed chellae, which they crush mollusk or crab shells with. Achellata have small chellae or none at all. Using their limbs and shell, Achellata are able to make loud sounds that scare away enemies.